Live from the 301, live from the pot. I want to welcome my audience to episode number 222 of Curry in the Pot. I'm here with some guy, Mike Curry, and I'm back another episode, man. If you missed last week's episode, we're everywhere, man. It was a funny episode. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It was a hilarious episode, man. Truly one for the books, man. But we're everywhere, man. Please go like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube and anywhere you get podcasts. So, yeah, man. Make sure you go check that out. But back again with another episode, man. Sitting to my right, man, is a guy who's been here pretty much since the NFL season started, man. My guy Bink is here. Bink, what's good, bro?
What's up, man? Like I say always, thank you for having me.
For sure, man. Sitting to my left, man. He was on here one time, man. I actually remember the episode he was on, man. It was when the 2022 finals happened. Mm-hmm. And Bink famously said the Celtics would win game one, and he said no, but the Celtics did win game one. But my guy Jalen's here, man. Jalen, what's good, bro? Welcome back to the pod, man. It's been a little minute.
Appreciate you, man. You know, always supporting the shadows. Thought I'd pop out for one. Come back.
For sure, man. Definitely appreciate you pulling up, man. And Kenny and Brian out here, man. And of course, my guy Sal, man, behind the lens once again. He'll probably hop on the mic a little bit today, but we'll see, man. But guys, man, let's talk, man. A lot of stuff to talk about, honestly. This has been a lot, man. It's been quite a week in sports, you know. Week 7 was a good week, but week 7 was also ravaged with a lot of injuries, man. We were talking about it earlier. We got Deshaun Watson out for the season, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin. Mike Evans also got hurt. Jaden Daniels also went down.
DK got hurt.
DK Metcalf got hurt
on my way here.
Like it's been a lot of stuff, man. But what you guys think about week 7, man? Just week 7 as a whole, because I don't want to spend too much time on it. But because week 8 begun last night. But what you guys think of week 7?
I want to start off just by talking about the NFC North teams that played.
Yeah.
The Packers, even though Jordan Love, he almost threw the game away, he still won them the game. I mean, their defense looked amazing. It looked incredible out there. They held C.J. Stroud to his lowest total of his career. I think he had 82 yards or something like that.
Yo, I seen some crazy agendas being talked about after that game. Because I think somebody said on one of them shows, they were like, they were just talking about how good C.J. Stroud is, and they were like, I trust C.J. Stroud more than Jordan Love, and then C.J. Stroud had like under 100 yards, so like.
And Jordan Love, even though he threw 2 dumb interceptions, he still played. He still played well.
Yeah,
he won them the game.
And like the matchup between Jair and all the receivers, I feel like it just really like.
Stephon Diggs was talking the whole entire game.
Like, it just lived up to
he was definitely doing a lot of
the game lived up to the hype of the matchup, I believe, and then. Of course, Broncos legend Brandon McManus out there, game-winning field goal, brings a tear to my eye just to see that. So it was definitely a great game.
But yeah, like I said, all the NFC North teams kind of shined in their own ways. The Lions and Vikings game, it was back and forth. Like it started off all Vikings, then it was
Vikings
all Lions, then it was back.
That game, bro.
Then it was back all Vikings, and then Jared Goff and the Lions drove down the field and they kicked the game-winning field goal. I mean, this division looks like the best division in football. I feel like that's my biggest takeaway from week 7.
Yeah.
Even though the Bears were on a bye week.
Yeah. What else happened in week 7, man? I'm trying to think. This is what happened in week 7. I went to bed at like 4:35 p.m. because the game, and I'm glad because the Commanders game was going on. I saw Jaden Daniels get hurt. And then they ran up the score, and I really fell asleep. I woke up, missed the Monday morning pod. I'm sorry, P. I missed that. We recorded that Sunday night. I fell asleep, woke up, saw Jets Steelers, and I'm just like, yo, what's going on? But that's another one I want to talk about, man. Jets Steelers. So obviously, Devontae Adams, they acquired him last week. Then they played the Steelers, and I said he wasn't going to be the savior, but tell me what the deeper issue is, man. I think we talked about it off camera a couple of days ago. Robert Saleh, how obviously defensive guy. Defense took a huge step back as soon as he left.
Yeah. They just I know they're hurt right now, but defensively they just don't look like the same team they were with Robert Saleh. And in offense, the offense hasn't picked up even with Devontae Adams. And I know it's only been 1 week, but Garrett Wilson, he didn't have a great game last week. He dropped 2 passes that led to 2 Rodgers interceptions. I mean, I don't got much to say. I mean, Breece Hall, he finally looks like better than he did to start the season, but other than that, the offensive line still sucks. Tyron Smith has took a significant step back.
So it looked like Cowboys did a good job not paying him, huh?
Nah, because our offensive line still sucks. But
would you rather pay an old? I didn't mean to cut you off. Would you rather pay an old guy that's clearly regressing than draft a young guy? and he struggles.
It looks
he's
about
gonna
the
have
same
growth.
right now.
So
I guess I would rather
in
just
hindsight they
save
save money.
money.
Yeah. What was you about to say?
I don't know. I just feel like that offense is supposed to be clicking on all the chords. I feel like we all know Aaron Rodgers got his system in place. It's him calling the shots. It should be his offense to be led, and he's just not. It's just not that. Like, you go get Devontae Adams, you think the chemistry's still going to be there. He comes out there, I think, 3 catches, it's like 30 yards. Garrett Wilson just didn't have a good game, and it just looked like the offense was just stale for what should be on paper one of the top offenses in the league, because they have all the weapons.
Definitely have the talent.
Yeah.
And even have a little bit of talent up front too.
Shout out Drake May, man. He put out a show in London, man. He might not got a team around him, but I remember sending a text to the group chat. I was like, he don't even need an offensive line. He don't need weapons.
Man gave him a whole emoji in the group chat.
Nah, me and Bink was talking.
He don't need
He's
weapons.
like, I think they said Drake May got more touchdowns than Mahomes. So
Yeah.
I was like, you about to
I didn't think I got the same amount. Yeah, he the first quarterback since Dan Marino to have 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in his first 2 starts.
This is a nasty push right here.
Drake May to the moon.
I didn't care for Drake May at first. Like, this is before this, because Bink was like, Commander should take Drake May over Jaden Daniels. I'm like, you're like, he's younger and da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. Like I said last week, this quarterback class looks like it could definitely be one for the books. But I like what I saw from Drake May. Like, clearly the weapons aren't there. They couldn't run the football last week either. I actually watched that entire game. That's kind of nasty. But
that was the London game.
I mean, it was a London 9:30 start. I was, finally got to be at home, work from home on Sunday. So I was vibing, man. But Drake May, he looked good, man. I definitely think, once they acquire some more talent around them on the offensive side of the ball, obviously. But they'll be fine. Anything else from week 7 you guys want to touch on?
Not off the top of the dome right now.
Right, well, let's talk about week 8. Week 8 is obviously here, man. Last night we had the Rams defeating the Vikings 30-20. Before we talk about this game specifically, I want to talk about the stat that I mentioned to you earlier. Omatic knows the stat. Teams are now what's that? 0-5 after playing the Lions.
Yeah.
I guess the Lions be playing some. Snowman Dan Campbell be having those guys playing some physical ball, but teams losing immediately after playing the Lions, man. But overall, though, what you guys think of this game? Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp returned last night in the lineup in a big way. I did tell you guys Rams were going to win. Y'all know that's like my second, third favorite team. But yeah, shout out to the Rams, man. That's my mom's team, so shout out to them. But what you guys think of the game?
Matthew Stafford looked back, and it was pretty much something that I saw in week 1. It was like a different fire in his eyes. Like, again, when he came out against Detroit.
I mean, if you got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back on the field,
I do feel like that defense plays a big part of it.
Instead of going from Tutu Atwell.
I'm about to say, before the game, he had more interceptions than touchdowns, and I could say that goes to his receiving core, but they, like you said, they were back in a big way. Vikings have struggled covering outside receivers all season, and we saw that with both Puka and, more so Puka, because Cooper Kupp was more in the slot.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been struggling, and that's a big boost to the team. We talk about 2 top 15, top 20 receivers in football.
Yeah, I'll say top. Definitely could say that.
And the defense, Byron Young and Kobe Turner were getting pressure all night. Jared Verse as well. He's probably the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year right now. And they're doing, you can't really replace Aaron Donald. You're never going to be able to, but they're doing a pretty good job of replacing him.
Byron Young definitely got away with one in that last drive. He definitely got away with one. But, like you just said, you get Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back, that's going to string the offense. And, you watch those first 3 drives, it just looked like he was just comfortable driving back and letting his guys, literally he force-fed Puka that first drive. Literally just said, here, take the ball.
I didn't know Puka was going to play.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew when the report came out, but, that man practiced only twice.
Yeah.
But
literally, because I put that parlay in 5 for the game. They didn't even have props up for bro.
And they kept taking them down because they put them up at 20.5. I was just worried, was it going to be a thing where he barely played? But
that's what I thought it was.
Then in hindsight, when I thought about it, they said Cooper Kupp could have played last week, but they held him out. So if he's saying the guy's ready to go, then clearly he's ready to go. I guess going forward, I can trust Sean McVay with stuff like that.
Another takeaway, even though I feel like this is something we already know, Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in football.
I was saying that yesterday as I was watching the game, and I was like, there's Justin Jefferson, and there's it's a small gap between the rest, but there's definitely a gap between him and the rest. Well, I know last week he only had like 84 yards, but I don't put that on. I mean, his quarterback's still Sam Darnold at the end of the day, so like I can't put too much on him. But like, yeah, he's clearly the best. It's like not even close.
Like that man, like trust him to go get a curl route. I think it was with like 4 guys around him, and he went and got it. Like just
you know how much? Did you guys see I don't know if it was the first or second drive where the Vikings scored, but he was bracketed and Sam Darnold still trying to throw it to him. It was incomplete, obviously, but
when he slipped in the end zone, yeah.
But no, that's crazy. But yeah, no.
So I tried to tell y'all about him before the draft in 2020.
Oh my God!
I mean,
Ain't
that much
I had ample opportunity to just victory lap Cooper Cup, but
ain't no much to tell coming from that LSU offense that year.
Yeah, man, they said LSU receivers like drafting a Kentucky guard.
I'm about to say it ain't that much to really victory lap.
Shout out Brian Thomas.
Shout out Brian Thomas too.
LSU receivers.
That boy's
man.
a hooper.
But what did I want to say before I got off this game? Oh, I think the Vikings. I don't want to say this is it, but this is definitely the beginning of the fall off for them. They also lost left tackle Christian Darrisaw
That's
to
big.
a season-ending injury, so I think that's huge. I think that's when the Rams really started to get pressure once he left the game, and I think that's a big loss.
They got Sunday Night Football next week against the Colts.
Little mini bye.
That game got flexed into Sunday night, by the way.
Might be on the Colts in that game, because the way Kyron ran last night on them,
Kyron dogged them.
Jonathan Taylor's going to be back this week, so.
What game got flexed? Is it?
Colts Vikings got flexed into Sunday
Yeah,
night.
you got to pick the mic up for this.
Jags Eagles was the Sunday night game though, so it got flexed out. Colts
Damn,
Vikings.
cool.
They said Jaguars out of here. They said we don't want to. They said nah, fool.
Yeah, Jaguars had too much
Hey,
time. They said
that's enough. Damn, it's supposed to be Doug Peterson revenge game. They said nah.
Man might even make it to that game.
No, fact. That's a fact too.
This week.
That's a fact
I don't know
too.
if they played.
who do
That's
they
a
play
fact,
this
man.
week?
But we can move on to the rest of Week 8 slate. Obviously, it's a couple question marks on injuries, but we can talk about Week 8 real
This
quick.
slate isn't that good.
Me and Omatic were just talking about this literally before y'all got here.
This slate sucks.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
Definitely.
It's terrible.
It's definitely weak. It's definitely due to the injuries too. Like there's some good matches. Like I feel like Bucks Falcons, no injuries would have been a good
I
matchup.
mean, we saw it a few weeks ago with no injuries. It was
Yeah, Thursday nighter,
I'm
yeah.
about to say, we got some. It would have been better if we were healthy, but injury came and just said,
It's
forget
not
all
even
that.
that. I'm just looking at some of these games like
Yeah, no, it's nasty, bro.
Ravens Browns.
Like Bears Commanders could be good if Jaden Daniels plays, but
49ers Cowboys
I
could
don't
have been
know.
good.
Yeah.
That game is gonna be nasty.
Cardinals, Dolphins, bro. Jets.
Oh, Tua coming back though.
This is all bad matches.
Titans Lions.
Titans, Lions, yeah.
Titans. Damn, they catching 11.
Chargers, Saints.
Excuse me, they catching 11. Dang.
NFL just said we want to take a week off this
Panthers, Broncos.
Eagles Bengals should be interesting.
They flexed that out at 425, and Jaden Daniels hurt.
week. My man Jamar Chase.
Oh, hey, he did practice today. He actually did practice.
They
yeah.
said he wasn't out there.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
say
for the
they
start.
say he practiced today. So
Yeah, he might play.
he may play, but
Deontay
they're
Johnson
gonna be
rolled
definitely
out.
cautious about
Yeah.
it, as they should be.
Alright,
But
let's-
yes, it's nasty games, bro.
Should we just talk about him now?
I don't know if I want to.
Ain't nothing much really to talk about.
I mean, let's do it for the sake of the pod, man. Bears Commanders. What do you guys think if Jalen
Starting
plays?
at the 425 looks
Oh,
crazy.
no, it's the first joint on the. I guess because Commanders one of my teams, but it's because I got the notification bell next to him. But what do you guys think of that game? If Jaden does play,
I still like the Bears in that one, just because like the Bears defense is better than the Commanders. I don't think that's pretty much of a hot take, and I feel like even though it was against
not a
bad
hot take.
defenses,
It's not
even
a hot
though it
take
was
at all.
against bad defenses, the Bears offense is starting to hit their stride, especially the connection between DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. We saw that against granted it was the Panthers, but he had 2 touchdowns against the Panthers. The following week against the Jaguars, like I said, it was bad defenses. Keenan Allen had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet also had 2, and DeAndre Swift starting to finally run like a competent back. So
Yeah, you better eat those words. And
I'm
you
not
was
about to
talking
eat those
bad about
words.
you
He's still
and
not.
Rome was talking real
talking
bad
bad
about
about
bro.
Because he was.
Bro, he's 5'8", bro. He
But
put
he
on
was
for guys my height, bro.
No, I know, but he was an east-west runner. Now he's turned into a north-south runner. If he was doing that the whole career, he would still be on Detroit. They would have never got Jameer Gibbs.
I mean, is that really like a test of
I
him?
don't know if I can see
Yeah,
that.
I say, is that
We
But
got
here's the-
different regimes and
but
stuff
here's the
like
thing,
that.
It's different.
You can't
You
definitively
can't
say
really
that.
put that on him.
Bro, he was running behind the Lions line and the Eagles line, and neither team were willing to pick him back up. I feel like that should say something.
I mean, the Eagles got Saquon.
I mean, yeah, but they still had the opportunity to re-sign that man in the building.
There's no need to do that. You have Saquon Barkley.
They,
You're gonna take
it's not, but
Saquon
it wasn't.
Barkley seven
No,
days
no.
out of the week, twice on
Yeah, I
Sundays.
will, but it wasn't. I'm saying it's not 100% chance you were gonna get Saquon. They could have re-signed that man at any point last season.
That's valid, but yeah, that's valid. But everybody leaning Bears.
Yeah. I think even if Jaden does play, I just think the Bears defense is just
What you think about that, Kenny?
significantly stronger.
Oh yeah, my guy Kenny in the building. No,
Hey man, he ride die for them Commanders.
I respect it.
He was
man.
telling me that they was better than the Packers this week.
Hey, double down.
Hey.
Wow, these games are nasty. Jets, Patriots. Is this a get right game for the Jets?
This should be
It
the game
should
where
be.
the Jets offense.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is though.
Because even they played on Thursday Night Football. What was that, week 3? They still couldn't pass the ball. It was the Brees Hall show.
This should be the game where the Jets offense looks like the Jets offense that everybody wants to see. I mean, there's no excuse. Devontae, Garrett,
Devontae getting that Gonzo.
I'm about to say one of them gonna be on Gonzo.
one of them should.
Hey, you know who best at
Pop.
Gonzo? Brian Thomas.
Oh, here you go. I'm not
Speed
saying,
kills,
That was crazy.
but Devontae or Garrett, one of them should get the best of that New England defense. Because like you said, one of them's gonna be in the Gonzo chamber, so the other one should go off. Brees Hall should definitely go eat. It should look like a Jets offense. It should be well balanced. It shouldn't be really nothing that slows them down besides
You would think.
themselves.
You would think.
I'm about to say,
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Maybe the offensive line. I mean, the Patriots have a solid pass rush.
I still think the way that like Aaron Rodgers gets the ball out his hands and like
Shoot, he hasn't been doing that.
Like-
So for what it's worth, the line is 7, and it sounds like nobody in the world wants to touch the Jets. I mean, that's normally
I'll
when
pick the Jets to
that's
win.
normally when teams cover when you don't want to take them. Just
Drake May
just speaking
covers.
from what's been going on, but hey, Drake May a surgeon though, so I don't know, man. Drake May with the back door
I'm just-
leading the game or something.
Nah, I just think the Jets, even though I was talking about how bad the Jets defense has been, we talking about Demario Douglas and
It's no
Jalen Polk
excuse.
they're going
It's
up
no
against.
excuse.
Oh yeah, I'm about to take DeMario Douglas.
I just can't.
Charles
I can't
Gardner.
get behind the Patriots, even though I
It's
love
no
my guy Drake
excuse.
May.
I think one thing to keep in mind with this game is coach just called his team soft, right? So are they going to come out and bullshit?
Yeah.
Would you come out and bullshit after you've been called soft by your coach? And it's a divisional game. Not saying the Patriots are going to win here, but I don't think this is going to be like a Jet.
I'm gonna say, I don't
hell
think
out.
it's
yeah, it's not gonna be a
either.
cakewalk
You know,
for sure.
so the line is 41.5 for the total. I kind of like the under over there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I
This
don't
should be a
under.
this should be a brute force type of fucking game.
Brute force. This is
I
jokes.
don't think it's gonna be crazy.
All right. Any other thoughts?
I'm gonna say, can we
Really-
stick in the AFC East though? Talk about Tua coming back.
It should definitely bring life to an offense.
Yeah, we can.
Dolphins,
I
Cardinals.
was dead ass about to look at him and say no. But, yeah, sure.
Back.
It should definitely bring life to a dead horse, man. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill looking like. If you look at Tyreek Hill's stats, you don't know football. You know what
Tyreek Hill and
Hill's
Jalen
Tyreek
Waddle
Hill.
had 4 targets last week total.
Like, if you just look at if you just don't know football, and you just straight look at the stats since Tua went down, you like you're not
What's
gonna
the
think Tyreek Hill's
Dolphins' record
Tyreek Hill.
currently?
2-5 or 3-4, one of the two. I was just looking at it. They're 2-4.
2-4. I mean, it's now or never for them, honestly.
Especially in that
Because
division.
even a wild card spot looks grim for them right now. So
Especially in the AFC.
yes, and the AFC's been good this year. Like Broncos 4-3,
Great day,
Colts
man.
4-3. Like these are teams that are atop of the wild card standings. Steelers 5-2. Even Bengals 3-4 right now. And the Bengals usually make a run late. So it's kind of now or never for the Dolphins. So we'll see. But Tua, I just want to say, man, stay healthy, bro. Because on a serious note, man, another concussion, bro. Guy has to step away from the game.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him stay healthy. I'm not the biggest Tua fan, but
I'm not
the
either.
Dolphins' offense relies on him being out there. So
Not quite literally.
You got a Tua fan in the building right now. Why are you looking around like that?
But, all right, let's move on. Next game, Eagles-Bengals. What do you guys think of this game? 4-2 mob versus 3-4 mob.
Love the star power in that game.
The Bengals are laying points here, laying 2.5. What do you think, Jay? I'm gonna start with you.
I love the star power in that game. I mean, when I just look at both sides, A.J. Brown, Smitty, Saquon, then that LSU connection with Burrow and Chase. I just like the game as just like just
A
NFL,
fun game to watch,
just
yeah.
to watch. You can break it down different type of ways, but I just think as a fan of just a game, I like it. I think it's going to be one of those ones where it's like I want it to be a nail biter. I want to see it come down to what quarterback gonna make the mistake or what's that last
Well,
drive.
John was saying if it comes out of that, Jalen Hurts probably gonna make that mistake.
Hey man, shoot, you ain't even gotta put the ball in his hand for real. You just tell Saquon to kill that drive, kick the field goal.
That's where I was about to get
Hey,
into.
go ahead, because I was going to say
The Bengals defense is the worst against the run in the
That's what I'm
NFL.
saying.
It's worse than the Cowboys. Like that actually stands out to me. And when you talk about Saquon
That's worse
Barkley,
than the Saints too. Saints
Yes.
been giving it up.
when you talk about Saquon Barkley and the way he was running against the Giants,
I say.
now he's about to bring that to Cincinnati, and I just don't know if I think they could take the win out of the Bengals' offensive sales a little bit, especially with how Zach Taylor be calling games.
Yeah, and then I mean, you look at their secondary been giving it up this year too. Bengals secondary, that is. So AJ Brown, looking really good. Like I think you said the other day in the chat. I think last week you were like, the offense. You might have said it on TikTok too. The offense is just.
It's a different offense with AJ Brown.
Totally different offense with AJ Brown.
He's
out there.
the best receiver against man coverage in the league this year.
Because I think the way AJ Brown looks is how I feel like we should. I think like DK could kind of be like when you got those like
You can't press him.
those guys are just like they're not receivers,
You
bro.
can't press him.
They're not receivers.
Definitely not
They should not be playing receivers.
You
And
can't
it's like you
press
give
them,
them
man.
that God-given ability to get off the line, speed. They already got the strength. Like it's
He
hard
don't
for
drop
any-
passes.
It's hard for any corner. Like the only corner. He my guy, but the only corner I really see get on DK like that's Surtain. It's just hard to get. It is hard to really get underneath his pads, bro, and really like say like, "All right, I'm gonna shut you down." Those guys should not be stopped by any regular NFL corner.
Like I said,
Matt, real quick for you, big. Looking at AJ Brown, Jamar Chase late this weekend.
Yes.
I think the Eagles will try to get Devontae Smith more involved because he didn't have a good week at all last week.
As Brother Bink said earlier too, our guy T. Higgins is hurt, so I mean that would lean towards
yeah,
Chase. I'm not playing Chase.
That does suck for the Bengals though, because T. Higgins, like he's one of the best possession receivers in football. Like I feel like he always comes up with that, big catch on third down, or just that, he's always making the tough catches.
talking about the stats, he has been statistically playing better than Jamar Chase the last few weeks too.
Yeah,
He's been one of the better receivers in football.
He's definitely getting paid by somebody.
I'm gonna say he's a
Panthers need to
guy.
throw him a back.
I can see it.
I hope not. I don't want to see his career
Let's
go
move
down to
on.
Carolina.
Packers, Jaguars. Jaguars are back.
I hope this is the
from
game that
London.
Doug Peterson gets fired. That sounds crazy.
That's a crazy. That's
That
a
sounds
crazy.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That sounds crazy when I say it aloud, but
He got a family.
I just don't like watching the Jaguars play football.
I agree.
Yeah, they don't
I agree.
need
I don't like watching it. It has a lot to do with their offense because they got the pieces. You got Trevor Lawrence who quietly has been playing well. He's been playing good, solid football. Like you have Brian Thomas Jr., Christian Kirksey, Evan Ingram. The offensive line is not
Tank
great.
Bigsby been looking all right.
Bigsby.
Well, the offensive line is not great. When we talk about this team, they should be one of the better offenses in football, but yet they're not. Defensively, you got Josh Allen, Eric Armstead, Trayvon Walker, who I think he's had 13 sacks in the past 17 games. Like he's been, he's not the number one overall pick type good, but he's been a solid edge rusher. Like they have the pieces. Oluokun on defense as well. Like they have the guys. They just don't make plays. And I feel like that has a lot to do with coaching.
Yeah, I can agree with that. What you think, Jim? I don't really like speaking about the Jaguars for real.
I mean, the Jaguars is one of those like nasty things. Like you just look at it and be like, why are y'all playing how y'all are playing? Like I think it does come down. I think it does just come down to coaching. Like Bink just said, like they have all the keys to give bump, and they just don't. Like I feel like every time they come out there, it's just flat. Like they'll have good plays. Like I think last week, was Brian Thomas that 60-yard completion.
Oh my God.
It's like they have the players to make plays. It's just not getting done. And then there's no other finger. There's nobody else you put the blame to besides the coach. It's just like. Yeah,
This might be one of the worst coach teams in football versus one of the best coach teams in football. Especially with how the Packers defense been playing. This could, the line's only 4. This could get ugly.
It could. I could definitely see it.
Darnell Savage revenge game now.
Rome loves the Jags. Rome loves.
Oh my God. That means they gonna win the game.
Line's a line,
I
bro.
should call him and be like, explain to us why you like the Jags this weekend.
Darnell Savage revenge game.
Bro, if the Jaguars come out flat, LaFleur's gonna wipe the floor with them, bro. That's literally what it's gonna be.
Yo, Jaden Reed should have a day.
Bro, their whole offense should have a day. they're going to come out
Romeo
swinging,
Dobbs should have a day.
and the Jags is going to have to respond
Xavier Woods should
early
have
or
a
it's
day.
over.
Josh Jacobs should have a
Josh
day.
Jacobs will eat. Oh my lord,
He should.
he should.
If he could get in the end zone.
Josh Jacobs be eating. He just don't get in the box,
I'm about to
bro.
say, he need to get in the
He
box.
really don't.
We talking about any other games for the 1 p.m. slate?
I think just for record reasons,
Falcons,
and what you
Buccaneers.
talked about earlier, when we off camera, Falcons Bucks. I know the Bucks are ravaged. Cluster injury at receiver. I'm gonna say that because even Trey Palmer was hurt before these guys, Godwin and Evans went down. So cluster injuries at receiver. What do you guys think, man? To see the line's only 2.5.
I think there's a weird universe where the Buccaneers come out and run the football and try to win the game
I mean,
like that.
that's what I would lean
Just
on.
because Atlanta, they're not a overall great run defense. So I think they could, if they lean on the run and heavy play action, that might be a way to win the game. I'm not trusting the Bucs team without Godwin, without Evans, and possibly without
Bucky Irvin.
As well. I know he didn't practice today, so like.
I feel like this one of them games where I feel like I'm taking an approach from the Atlanta perspective. Like I kind of just said with the Jets, this is another game where you need to put those weapons to use. Bijan need to eat. Pitts
He
need
ate
to
last
eat.
week.
Drake London need to eat. There's no excuses. Like you just said, the injury, they're plagued with them. Like you lost both your top guys in the same game. That sucks for any team. But you come and play a divisional opponent, so you already know what it's going to be like. Those division games are ramped up. There is a sneaky universe where the Bucs could pull that off and get a win just off the simple fact it's a division game. But I feel like Atlanta, Kirk come out there, you gotta show why they paid you all that money, and you gotta show why you got all these weapons around you. There's no excuse. Don't play around with your food.
Oh, no, I do want to talk Colts Texans. That's in the 1 p.m. window. I think you told me. I think you said you could see the coach upsetting the Texans.
I can. It's so weird because, like I said, we've been talking about teams with bad run defenses all day. The Texans, they're not a good run defense. However, the Colts are not a good overall defense. So I could definitely see me eating my words here, because like the Texans, when they play, they try to run the ball on first down and it just never works. And it is always C.J. Stroud save us on 3rd and long.
Yeah, for real.
And I think Rome had mentioned it in the chat, but excuse me, when you put pressure on C.J. Stroud, I mean, I think that's with any quarterback though. But when you put pressure on him, he hasn't looked that good. He hasn't looked all that.
Yeah,
I mean, we literally saw it all last week.
Yeah.
I think there's a sneaky world where the Colts play some nasty football. We see a lot of Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson on the ground, and they can muck it up and get a win.
But
Because they almost won week 1.
They did,
And that was
yeah.
with Nico Collins in the lineup.
Yeah,
I think this is the Colts game to win if Anthony Richardson shows that he's Anthony Richardson.
God.
I think this is literally the Colts game to win. Like I don't think I like the Texans. You know, I mess with Stroud. Definitely the weapons there with Diggs and Tank Dell. But I think if Anthony Richardson comes out and then he establishes that he can get it done through the air, and then you put the ball on the ground with him, with Jonathan Taylor, I think it's going to be too much to ask for
He
that
did it in
Texans
the air against
defense.
them week 1.
I need that again.
I need that again.
Literally. Like,
That was his best game of the season so far, was week 1.
if he does that again, I think the Colts come out
Speaking
there and
of the
take it.
Texans' weapons, where has Tank Dell been all season? Like, they keep using him on screen passes and, like, reverses and jet sweeps. And I'm like, this is just not how y'all was using him his rookie year.
I think it's just too many mouths to feed.
But I can't really say that because Nico Collins been out a few weeks. So what's the
true.
excuse on mouths to feed?
I think it's just
We
like,
had the same amount of yards as him last week.
I think it's just the fact that like I think naturally he was like kind of like schemed out with Steph with Diz coming over there. Like they like it's a lot, and I just think like they just really haven't incorporated a new scheme to get him the ball or get him in space so he can make those plays. Because like I'm used to seeing him run a post route. Just
I'm
go
about to say it's
get it.
normally everything over the middle of the field
Yeah,
with
that's
him,
what I'm saying.
and it just hasn't been there this year.
I think just Diggs coming onto the team, it just like kind of took him out of the system, and it's like it's kind of hard. Like you scheme him back in just to take him right back out when Nico come back. So this could be the game he shows some light, gets out there, gets
I
after
mean,
it.
it should be the Colts. They don't got good DBs.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we can get into 4 p.m. real quick. Jalen, we're not talking about Broncos Panthers though.
Can I just say one thing though?
I mean, I can get summed up in 10 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
Defense gonna play. Bo Nix better play too. It's simple. It's that easy. Defense gonna be there. Bo Nix gonna be there.
Bryce Young is gonna look horrible this week.
Bryce Young's gonna die this week. Like, respectfully, he's gonna die. He's gonna die, bro. And we get Surtain back. All we're doing is blitzing him the whole game. He's gonna die.
Bryce Young's gonna look horrible.
Chill out.
Like,
This Bryce Young 300-yard, 3-touchdown game gonna go crazy.
you know damn well you don't want to. You're not gonna see that on Sunday, bro.
Hey, but real quick, because I don't even think we're gonna talk about Saints Chargers for a long time unless you want to talk about
No,
it.
I'm not speaking on that.
Yo,
game,
J.K. Dobbins is about to
I
have
was gonna
himself
say
a
they're gonna
day.
run all over them.
I'm about to say Dobbins and Kamani Vidal are gonna have themselves 2 days, especially with the way they lost last week. They gonna have themselves some days.
Since I just saw this notification, Micah Parsons was ruled out. What do you think? I know it's not part of 4 p.m. But what do you think about that game, real quick?
Man,
He's stressed. Look at him.
Because he knows he
we
knows
should win the game.
he knows gonna be an ugly one.
Raddick said he was leaning with the Cowboys.
Realistically, we
off camera.
should win the game. I mean, this game, it kind of reminds me of the Steelers game a few weeks ago. Another Sunday night game with a team with limited weapons. You know, no Ayuk. I don't even know if Jawan Jennings is playing. I don't know if Debo's playing. I don't know who's playing for the 49ers.
Nobody.
Ricky Purcell.
Ricky
Purcell.
Ricky to the
Like,
Kittle's hurt always, but he's
I
hurt.
think they said Kittle. I think they said
He
Kittle.
practiced.
Yeah.
No, he's always hurt.
I think Kittle and Debo both gonna play. I'm not gonna hold you.
But San Fran's defense does not look the same as it has previously. However, Nick Bosa's he's going to give us some work. I can't even lie. Even though we held T.J. Watt to a modest game, I don't know if we could do the same thing with Nick Bosa, especially with how the Cowboys' offense be performing against San Fran. But we should win.
It's no excuse for y'all not to win.
We should win this game. We're 4.5-point underdogs. I feel like that's kind of crazy. Just
Hey,
a
the
little
line
bit.
is the line. So
I like y'all to cover.
We should at least cover.
Should at least
It
cover.
should be a close game.
It should. I think it's gonna be an ugly game.
It is.
Like I know,
Especially with the way Brock Purdy been
I
playing
think,
recently.
and for the two fan bases, just like historic reason alone, it's gonna be a nasty game. Like I'm just thinking about like how my dad gonna react to that as a 49ers fan. I know I hate to be near him after that game.
Hey, McCarthy said Dowdle should get his touches back. I like that.
we'll see. But back to the 4 o'clock slate. Bills, Seahawks. What do you think about
I think this is going to be an interesting one. I can't lie. I think it's going to be very interesting.
That's a sneaky good
Even
one.
with DK out, the Seattle should be able to run on the Bills. K9 should have himself a day. He had a day last week. He's been one of the best running backs in football this year. Like, he should.
Hey, why you just stop?
Love that.
That is an interesting matchup. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the Seahawks.
Really?
That's my guy, Josh Allen, this week, bro.
Yeah.
Josh been trying too hard. Well, not trying hard enough, shall I say. It's usually Josh go win us the game. They're not even doing that. His receiving core sucks as well. I like it. Seattle. Got to go to Seattle. You know what I mean? I'm already having a place for y'all to cover and for Seattle to cover. So.
Man, he said he got it locked in.
It's
Huh?
already.
Seattle's defense should be able to get after Josh Allen, though, especially with Mike McDonald and the blitzes he sent. They picked up one of the best blitzing linebackers in football, in Ernest Jones, this week. So, like, I feel like they could incorporate him in this game. He not going to have to do much besides blitz and tackle. But
Before we get off 4 o'clock slate, Brian, since you're here, Raiders upset against the Chiefs?
Yeah.
He don't think
Yeah, he did not sound
he
confident.
did not believe that.
Probably like 4 weeks ago, he was saying we was going to beat the Chiefs one of these times this year.
Hey,
Then
who's gonna dethrone the Chiefs though, man? They're still undefeated.
You don't want to hear me say it.
They're gonna have to catch that loss soon.
Bro, it's going to be Buffalo. We already know what happens every time in the regular season. Buffalo is always a good game between them and Buffalo.
All right, bro. Hear
But
me
it's
out.
not those same Bills teams.
Hear
But I
me
get
out.
what you're saying.
No, I'm not
Hear
hearing.
me out,
I'm not
bro.
hearing anything.
Hear me out.
Not
You
hearing
just
anything.
saw how they
Oh,
played
no.
last.
I'm not
bro,
hearing
hear me
anything.
out, dog. You really don't think we got a chance to upset them? Let's be realistic. If
No.
our offense comes to play, we have no. We're gonna.
When
beat
has
them.
your offense came to play all season?
This week against the Panthers? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be, bro. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna be, right?
I think it's the Saints game. I think just the Saints game. He's a
I'm
Broncos fan.
Broncos fan. Yeah. Bro, you gave the same. Okay, so in our chat, you gave the same excuse to the Bears, how like their defense kept them alive and their offense hasn't been rolling, right? Their offense is rolling now and their defense still balling. Now you giving them big ups and big praises. That's our same situation. Our defense has been phenomenal through what we going in 8 weeks now. And you're telling me our offense hasn't been the best. You know, we played a bum Saints team. They put up 30 points mainly because of the defense. But still, we played Carolina. What better game to get that rookie quarterback involved and show what he can do besides against Carolina. We roll into Baltimore. We're going to probably lose to Baltimore. Okay. we have no stop for Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Nobody has a stop for that. But I'm telling y'all, KC's so banged up, and just because just off of intuition alone, bro, I'm probably dying on this hill by myself.
Y'all are 10-point underdog next week already.
That's fine, bro. It's the Raiders, dog. We have no excuse for that. But I just say KC's so banged up, and we get after them. Like, I really think we can be the ones to take the first loss.
Yo, I'm about to edit this joint on TikTok when they lose by 30.
That's fine, bro. Take it what you want. It's still Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. I'm not doubting Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to doubt Andy Reid. I'm not going to doubt that. They're still the Chiefs at the end of the day, bro. Yeah. But if you want to see, like, if it's a game, if you tell me a team that just can take it, I think we can be that team. If our offense comes to play, we're good. I think we beat them. I'm not even going to say we're going to blow them out or nothing. I think we have a solid chance of beating them if Bo Nix comes to play.
Patrick Mahomes is 12-1 versus the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, that's true. He's beat us ever since he played us. I
feel like his first game, right, was when he was really Patrick Mahomes.
Was against us. Yeah, the snow game in January.
Y'all are gonna beat them. Gotcha.
Hey, that first loss came in the Sean Payton era.
It was last year.
It came in the Sean Payton era. I'm just saying, man. We can look back at this in 2 weeks.
How did we get on this tangent?
We can look back at this in 2 weeks.
Man, how did we do that? Nah, this is
okay.
I said we're going to give the Chiefs their
I said the Bills.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Sunday night football,
We don't gotta talk
Steelers
about it.
Giants. I don't really want to talk about it. That game's gonna be nasty. That's what I'm gonna say. This is gonna be nasty. The Steelers' offense not gonna look how it looked last week against that Giants front, and it's gonna be like a 12-7 game or something like that. Can't hold y'all.
Yeah, George Pickens should eat on Deontay Banks though.
Yeah.
Both the receivers going to eat in that game. Malik Neighbors going to eat.
I'm done betting Malik Neighbors.
Why?
Last week.
Man,
Last week.
that sucked, bro.
That did suck because I was on that lane. But yeah, no, that was wild. But let's move on to NBA. NBA's back. I obviously talked about it last week, but opening night, Celtics got their rings, laid the smackdown on the Knicks. Are you gonna? I mean, I know you're a Celtics fan, obviously, but are you gonna? First of all, are you gonna be a homer on here and talk about Actually, we should have the same conversation we had. We should have the same conversation we had the other night on the game. Right now, and you're saying that nobody can beat the Celtics. That's basically what you said without exactly saying those words. But you said you basically said nobody's beating the Celtics this year.
In the East.
In the East.
Yes.
Then we was arguing about the Sixers and Paul George and
I
this,
think
that,
the
and
Knicks
third.
have a better chance to beat us than the Sixers.
Why?
Because the Knicks have Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, the best wing defensive duo in the league.
Crazy work.
Okay,
How he wasn't trying to give me no credit with the Knicks last year when I said they could beat them.
They didn't have Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby.
They did in true fact.
They didn't have either of them.
True. I mean, yeah, but still, he was trying to give me
I think Mikal Bridges is cool on defense. I don't think he's as defender OG is, but
Man, he was second for DPOY the year Marcus Smart won it.
He was. That was Bam's award, I mean, I guess my only criticism on the Knicks is their depth. Like, if you're telling me Miles McBride's going to be the hero this year,
but I'm just
for their. I know depth is overrated.
I'm going to say the Celtics ran 7 deep in the playoffs.
Okay, Miles McBride is their 6th. I don't think he's going to be the guy.
I don't think you're giving Miles McBride enough credit.
He's cool. Great story. He spent a lot of time in the G League. He's a small guy. I just finished talking about small guys when I was talking about DeAndre Swift. He's cool, but if you're going to tell me he's going to be consistent, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'd rather buy the depth of the Sixers because Andre Drummond's going to go to the bench. Eric Gordon's going to go to the bench. They have depth.
Caleb Morris should start. I don't know why he wasn't starting the game 1 of the season.
His game was, bro.
It just made no sense.
He's the best coach in the NBA besides Eric Spoelstra. And read his book, by the way. It's a great book called The Rapture. But, bullets on the Sixers. I think if there's anyone to dethrone the Celtics, it will be them.
I just don't know. You already know what my thing is with them is health.
I mean, that's valid.
That's true.
We talked about it last week. That's valid.
I mean, yeah, but
I think a healthy Sixers team can beat y'all.
They'll take it to 6.
Yeah, they'll win in 6. You're right.
No, they won't.
MVP candidate, MVP winner. Got Paul George.
You don't think Paul George got something to prove?
Paul George definitely has something to prove.
Tyrese Maxey is clearly ascending.
Tyrese definitely.
Paul George struggles in the playoffs every single year.
Bro,
what makes this year
like
different?
Paul George said, he never had. What did he say? He never had an elite big or something. An elite big and guard at the same time.
He did say that.
Like, there's some credit to that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna all be on Paul George.
I never said it was. No, a lot will be on Paul George
Not
because
all of it, though.
every year in the playoffs we talked about Tobias Harris and how he sucks. A lot is always on Philly's third option to succeed because we know Joel is going to come out every night and give us 30. We know Tyrese Maxey is going to come out every night and give us 20.
He's never been Paul George.
But will he be consistent? He's never been a consistent playoff performer.
Bro, you telling me with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, you can't count on Paul George to at least give you somewhere near 20 to 22?
If he does, they'll be a good team. I still don't think they'd beat Boston. How are they defending us?
Run y'all off the line.
How y'all defending Joel? Don't say
How y'all defending them?
We going to keep everybody else at bay. Let Joel beat us. If Joel has to score 50,
I think that's a good strategy.
If Joel has to score 50 a night to beat us, and he does that, all kudos to him. I'll tip my cap.
Oh, he won't do that.
He said he gonna do that. I just really like the Sixers role players. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, they
Yeah.
got the guys.
Drumming off the bench is tough.
Hey, Lamar also doesn't perform well against Boston. I know when he was with Miami. He doesn't.
All right, bro.
It's just
We
nasty.
talk about what do you want me to say? I think Boston's the best team in basketball.
Okay. In basketball?
Yes.
I mean, y'all the reigning champs for a reason. But let's move on.
That was just the Eastern Conference. There's a whole other conference. So.
Yeah, I do think there's some teams in the West that I'm scared of.
Oh, yeah, so we can get into that in a second. All right, so let's move on. Lakers defeated the Timberwolves the other night. I told you they would. They did. Bronny also played a couple minutes. First, let's talk about that moment when Bronny got to check into the game with LeBron.
I want him to hit that three so bad.
Let's talk about that real quick. What did you guys think? Like at that moment, there's a lot of funny memes going on. It was saying me and my dad that summer where I did landscaping with him.
I didn't send you this one. It was like me
landscape.
and my son on Black Ops 6 tonight. That was hilarious.
Hey yo, I seen the jump. It said me and my dad getting ready to get yelled at by our mom. By my mom. Yo, the memes was definitely funny, man. But I think that's an incredible moment. Obviously,
It was just hilarious that Savannah literally left right after that.
no facts.
Got out of there.
I want to talk real quick because obviously, Bronny's going to get a lot of criticism. Fair or unfair, whatever you want to say. But I was talking about this yesterday. Life is about a good part of life is about having connections, and we will all be lying if we haven't benefited from connections or who you know and stuff like that in life. So this is the luxury of the work that his father put in. LeBron, obviously the greatest player in NBA history. Bronny was, a good player in high school, decent enough. Whatever you want to say in college, but we all know about his situation.
I'm about to say,
we know about the situation. We all know about the heart issue. But I just want to say, my point is, connections. Everybody benefits from them one way or another in life, and it's, sometimes about who you know. And fortunately for him, LeBron James is his dad. Top 3 player all time. Some say he's the best of all time, but that's just what it is. But I thought it was a great moment. But to the game aspect, it beat the Timberwolves. Lakers gonna be a force to be reckoned with. They're running real sets. Just stay tuned. They only hit 5 threes, but
They were crashing the
those threes
boards.
will go down.
Bro, them offensive rebounds was amazing.
They're gonna be good, man. Dalton Connect's gonna get going. This team's gonna be good. I can say that confidently. A real offense is being ran, real sets.
Are they a top 6 seed in the West?
Yeah,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
Confidently,
because
yes.
the Nuggets are taking a step back this year.
They gonna drop to 7?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's the West.
7 is crazy.
The West
It's
is
the
tough, bro.
West.
I agree the West is tough.
Listen, Jamal Murray's clearly regressing, and I'm not just overreacting to last night. Russell Westbrook, they were desperate. They went out and acquired him out of desperation. Nikola Jokic. He's going to be Jokic, obviously.
Yeah, show
but
double
Michael
still.
Porter Jr. He's shown flashes, but he hasn't been.
He's not a max
consistent.
player. He's making a max
exactly.
contract. That's the problem.
That's where I was going. So they've lost key guys over the last couple of offseasons. We talked about it last week. Omatic said he lost Bruce Brown after winning the championship. Lost KCP. You talk about Christian Brown has to shoot threes and stuff like that.
He just has to be a willing shooter.
They're gonna take a step back. 7 might be egregious, but I think the Lakers. It's now or never, honestly.
I don't think we're going to be back in the play-in. I think that's out the question. Like
The West is just tough.
bro, but I actually
We're
sitting
gonna
down.
beat the Suns tonight too. I'm saying it right now.
I agree with that too. But just sitting down, just thinking, bro, just watching JJ Redick actually make them run legit plays to actually get these guys open. Like, granted, it's only game one. There's still things he has to settle in on. Like we were talking about off camera, the rotation definitely has to get settled out. I think Connect needs more minutes, a little less than Gabe Vincent. But just the whole offense itself, like, bro, we've been JJ did what everybody's been saying should be done. That team should be ran through Anthony Davis and not LeBron James. LeBron James getting older in age, still a lot to ask for him to do. Like, granted, we see him overcome the test of time throughout years, but Anthony Davis looked like, oh yeah, I got this. LeBron had a cool little, I think it was 18 and all that stuff, but when you just look around, I just think the way that the Lakers played gives a lot of hope to being a top 6 seed, like you said, like in the Western Conference. It looked a whole lot better than the Darvin. Like, my man
It did.
thumbs in his pocket telling us to salute out there, bro. Like, I can't get over that.
Go all of them dudes.
We have a legit geek at head coach. Like,
Bro,
JJ Redick's a basketball nerd, and he was just in the league a couple of years ago. Like I'm talking post COVID. He was just in the NBA.
Coach
so
K player,
like,
too.
wasn't that long ago, bro. So I think he's gonna be great, for this team. But like I said,
Top six is just tough.
it's only one game out of 82. But like I said, it'll be the Suns, so it'll be 2-0. But let's talk about obviously every other team played.
We didn't even speak about the other side. I don't know if you want to.
What's the
Timberwolves?
Minnesota.
I mean, they bounced back and beat Sacramento last night. Yeah, glad you said that. Julius Randle, 33 points, 5 for 6 on threes. You told me that you basically told me he wasn't good.
I never said those words. I said he wasn't a good fit with the Timberwolves.
How?
Because I just said it's a difference from going between a 40% 3-point shooter to a 33%.
Absolutely.
That's a
but
big
we also
difference.
talked about there's not that many bigs in the league that can shoot like Cat.
Yeah.
And if they can, they're not good. They're just a stretch big. They're not good players.
That's why I still think the team downgraded from going to Cat to Julius Randle.
It ain't look like
I mean,
last night.
you can call it a slight, but
And they played the Kings. The Kings might have the
Kings
worst
a good
defense in
team.
basketball.
Shout out
They
DeMar
might have the worst
DeRozan
defense in
catching that over
basketball.
last night. But
Hey, shout out DeMar though. He did play well.
Thank you, sir.
yes, sir. Shout out, get that Discord, man. There for Solomon, man. But I don't think Julius Randle is. I think he's. I don't think.
I never said he was a
obviously,
bad
he's
player.
not.
He's
It's not. Obviously, he's not the shooter that Cat is.
He's a
but
what, top
there's not that many.
35 player in basketball.
Yeah, for sure. He gonna bounce back this year. He bounced back last night.
And the other thing with Julius Randle is, again, it's not about the regular season. I said they were still going to be a top 4 team in the West. The team is still going to be one of the best defensive teams in basketball. Another thing with Julius Randle is the playoffs.
Yeah, he
We've
wasn't
seen him
good in that
year
Knicks
after
Hawks
year.
series. He wasn't good. He was terrible. He was actually terrible.
Him shrink in the playoffs. And I feel like that's one of the reasons New York moved off.
But the difference is he was the guy that year on the Knicks.
He don't have to be the guy
be
now.
the guy.
Yeah, that's
Ant-Man is Batman on this team. That's the real
But I feel like
Batman.
that does a lot for a player. Like I was kind of saying with Paul George, bro. Like when you like the expectations not going. I'm not gonna say it's not going to still be high, but like going from being that guy to like just a little role after that. I feel like it does a lot for the mental. Like, bro, you literally saw Ant say in post game interview like he told Julius to go out there and beat him. And that's really what he did last night. He was just playing basketball,
bully
bro.
ball against the
Like,
Kings.
he don't have to be the guy that everything falls on because, Ant's already that character himself. He already has the personality. It's going to be him regardless. It's his team.
Yeah, that was funny when he was talking to Jared Vanderbilt, though.
Yeah, like,
You haven't played in 2 years.
my man started tripping at
That's
wrong.
messed up, man. My guy got to get healthy.
But
man.
yeah, but like I feel like you said, I feel like that takes a lot off a player to just go be free and go hoop. Like knowing in the back of your mind, like you got other guys, like you have another leader there who's gonna uplift you to be who you are instead of you always having to be that guy. Like that takes a toll on the player mentally, bro.
For sure. Anything else y'all want to talk NBA related?
Thunder looked really, really good.
Thunder gonna be
They look
nice.
good,
They
man.
looked very, very good.
I said they're gonna.
And this is without Hartenstein.
I said I think they're gonna win the West this year, if not the Lakers.
That's
of course.
the team I'm scared of when we
But-
talk about playing the
Yeah,
Celtics.
no, they present a lot of
That's the team
issues
I'm
for you
scared
guys.
of.
Definitely present a lot of
Cheddar
issues for you
dog,
guys.
man. Cheddar
And they got
dog.
defenders too. They got some defenders, man.
Casey Wallace, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort.
And then Chet at the rim.
Chet's a dog,
J
bro.
Dub's a good defender as well.
And Shea gonna go get his, man. He gonna go get his.
Yeah, Thunder definitely winning 60 games. They'll be the one seeded.
And I think the thing with the Thunder is everybody knows and accepts their role on the team. Like, you don't see guys just going out there just trying to do stuff and just like, oh, it's gonna be my like. I feel like they're sticking to the roles that they have and they're exceeding well in them. Like, I feel like there's no better guy to just base that off of than like Alex Caruso. Like, talk about a guy who's just gonna go out there and play his role and does what's needed for a team. Yeah, it's going to be Alex Caruso. So adding that to the team benefits, like I said, there's different parts of the championship team. Like, of course, there's going to be luck. You have to have the skilled players, but like, bottom line is knowing you have role players who accept their role and are willing to do that. It's going to definitely help for a playoff
push. And they've done it too. Got the experience. And that's why I said the Thunder. They got a lot of experience last year. Just finally being there. But you're bringing a guy with championship pedigree and it's played multiple playoff runs with the Lakers. Alex Caruso, I definitely think that's big. Hartenstein, was in that playoff run last year. Last couple of years for the Knicks. So, but I wanted to get back to the point where we said Lakers top 6 in the West. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you had to, no order, who would be your top 6 in the West? No order.
Right now, OKC.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Denver finds a way in the top 6. I can't see Denver being a playing team.
Order. Yeah, that's fine. We're doing no order.
I'll take Memphis over y'all.
Okay.
I feel like that's not crazy.
We saw what happened with Cleveland Browns a couple years ago, though.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm gonna have to fade that Memphis. I'm not going.
I already said Minnesota's gonna be top 4 seed, so I'll say that.
Yeah.
I can get that Minnesota.
And then if I had to give 2 more, well, I guess I do.
I just asked you to give me 6.
I think Phoenix could be better than y'all.
Okay.
In terms of a regular season team.
I don't hate that.
They won 49 games last
year.
year.
Beat them tonight, but I don't hate that.
He's looking at me for a specific reason because I ain't mentioned Dallas yet.
You said like 5 teams.
I didn't mention Dallas yet, but yeah, I think Dallas could be better than y'all.
All right.
That's 6, and I could give us 7-1. This is strictly regular season.
The Kings?
Yes, Sacramento.
That's fair because they were what 2nd seed 2 years ago.
3rd seed, but
3rd seed, yeah.
They were game away from 2nd seed.
They're top 3 seed,
and they had one of the best floor
ratings
in
basketball. They were the 3rd seed the year Lakers won the play-in and beat the Grizzlies.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I can't get down with us not being top 6, bro. Bro, because
I named 7 teams.
Bro, I literally saw. I literally watched us lose games strictly off the fact that Darvingham couldn't use a timeout, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it too.
He did
or use a coach's challenge.
Obviously, knock on wood. Last year was Anthony Davis, healthiest year?
It was.
Are we going to count on that happening again?
Yeah. Yes. I'm not gonna count the man to get hurt.
I'm not gonna count him to get hurt either, but we've seen it happen year in and year out.
We have, but we've also seen, bro. I'm not gonna say when the last time we had JJ Redick is a nerd, like Mike just said, bro. Like, that man literally, like I'm pretty sure he locked himself in a room and just sit down and just analyze basketball, bro. Like, I feel like that brings a lot to a team where it's like, bro, you still got LeBron. Nobody's saying LeBron's gonna be doing what he was doing, but LeBron James is still LeBron James at the end of the day.
Wait. No,
I'm trying to think.
So what team that I said besides Sacramento, because we can take them out.
Fair.
I'll take Sacramento and Dallas out.
I'll take Dallas out too.
Brian, you got anything to say about that?
I mean, that's his team. Of course he's gonna feel some type of way.
You want to say Klay Thompson looked amazing last night, huh?
He started.
He did. He looked good, man. He did what they
I have my concerns with Dallas as well, but
bro, I just think the Lakers are.
They have a top 2 player in basketball.
I think LeBron.
Top 8, 9-ish.
And he can be the best player in basketball on any given night.
Same with Luka.
All right, so
you just said he's top 2, so I would hope he could be the best player in basketball.
So in a pair of LeBron and AD, that alone just isn't going to give wins. Like, I think that
Dallas, and I've been very skeptical about them, but they had the second best defense in basketball post All-Star break last year, and they have Luka and Kyrie and Klay Thompson now as shooters.
Bro, I think I'm not gonna lie, I just think we match up well against these Western Conference teams.
I just want to rewind. The fall off is going to be the Nuggets, bro. We're seeing it last night, bro.
Are they going to fall to 7?
They don't have to fall to 7.
But the thing is, bro, you can fall to 7 and it still be like a difference in two wins.
It's going to be that close.
Yeah,
2 games.
Because it is going to be that close.
It's not a hot take based on that. It's not like
they're going to drop 10.
Yeah, it's not like I'm saying they're going to lose. They're going to lose an extra 20 games. I'm not saying that.
The West is literally only always been that close.
Yeah, it's just it has to happen. It's the nature of the beast. Somebody gotta rise, somebody gotta fall. So like that's just what it is.
And it's still, bro, we were a playing team with Darvingham. Bro, we're going to be a playoff team with JJ Redick, fool.
Y'all just said the West is that close.
And we can get a couple of those wins based
Yeah, I
off
feel
the
like
fact
there was
that
definitely a few games. I'm trying to think of a game verbatim off the top of the dome where it's like the Lakers should have definitely won.
I'm about to say it's hard to think of, it's 82 games. Like, it's not like you just pinpoint like the NFL, but like I know for sure there's definitely a couple of games where it's like, bro, we would have won that game.
Wait, was that last year when we played the Timberwolves and they said LeBron's foot was on the line?
Yeah, that was last year.
That's the game right there. They said LeBron's foot was on the line, and then they reviewed it, and it was like, yeah, his foot was on the line. But then the next day, the NBA was like, yeah, his foot wasn't on the line. That should have been a 3-pointer. That's one instance, and that don't even got to do with Darvingham.
Yeah, that's just a game itself. Like I said, I'm not saying. I can see Timberwolves. I can see OKC.
Yeah, I'm not refuting the young guns. I'm not
saying
refuting
we're
those
gonna
young
be
teams.
no top three, but
I was about to say that means y'all top 3.
yeah, I'm not saying we're gonna be no top 3 team, but I can definitely see us being anywhere between 4 and 6. Because it's gonna be that close throughout the whole season. Like, it's literally like those last 3 weeks of basketball. It's always like you lose one game that could really knock you into the play-in.
Yeah, no, facts.
That's just tough, man.
Anything else to add to NBA?
It's not the weak East, bro.
That's just tough.
It's not the weak East.
Anything else? Anything else before I get on my little baseball rant?
Never mind. I was about to say something crazy.
All right, bet.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Yo, Zach Edey, bro.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Zach Edey did not hit his rebounds,
master
man.
class.
Bro, he fouled out one time in his 4 years in college. In the first NBA game, he had 6.
Wait, who were they playing again, bro?
They were playing the Jazz.
Don't tell me you got to foul the Jazz, bro.
Larry Markin had like 17 free throws. That's what he was fouling.
Larry Markin is a dog, but
He
like,
had like 17 free throws.
My man was anxious, bro. It was his first game.
That was actually ridiculous. He fouled on no, it wasn't even like he fouled on like 25 minutes. It was 14.
hey, let me just say this. I know some people that was doing Zach Edey rebound ladders in the first game.
Yeah, we was talking about that after he found out.
Yeah, I was not one of them, but there were some people doing some Zach Edey ladders, so I feel bad. But
Bro, I just had him to get
bounced
6.
back tonight. I think he bounced back.
I just had
for
him to
6
get
too.
6.
Yeah,
My man was anxious, bro.
He had
Chill.
5.
he had more fouls than rebounds. Wow. But before we go, I want to get on this baseball real quick. Just because the World Series is starting tonight, I got my Yankees hat, man. It's gonna be a hell of a series, man. This is a series. This is a series for baseball fans and casuals because casuals know, like y'all don't watch baseball. Y'all know who Shohei Ohtani is. Y'all know who Aaron Judge is. Y'all know who Mookie Betts is. Y'all know who Juan Soto is.
Yeah.
Like, this is a series for casuals. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It is. So it's for the real fans and obviously for the the big markets. Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. Like, you don't get that every day. You don't get it every day. So it's gonna be a hell of a series. I'm rooting for my team, of course. I'm a real Yankees fan. A lot of people don't know that I'm a real Yankees fan. Like all the team my pops, like shout out to him. But definitely been a fan. They last won the World Series in 2009. Dodgers haven't won the World Series since the 80s. But they're always in the mix. Because they buy their team. No shade, but they're always in the mix every year. But it should be a hell of a series. Starts tonight, at the time of recording, Friday night. What's this, October 25th?
Yeah.
So it should be a hell of a series. Hoping it goes at least 6 or 7. But I'm definitely pulling for the Yankees. But it should be a hell of a series for the real fans and the casuals. Anything else to add to anything we touched on tonight, fellas? Well, today, rather? No? Yes? No?
The Celtics are going to win 67 games.
I wish I could. I don't have the heart to chicken sandwich that, but
I don't even know if we're going to
More
67
power to you.
games. We need 60 plus, though. Definitely.
I mean, yeah, that's a given. More power to you. But I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank my guy Jalen for pulling up, Bink for pulling up, my guy Sal Man behind the lens once again. Oh, that was a bar. Brian and Kenny pulled up on us too. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for listening. Episode number 222 is done. Peace.